Hello, Cancer. Coming with your reading for August 21st to the 27th, 2022, and we're going to jump right into this. Have my mermaid thing going, so mermaid oracle and various mermaid tarot cards. Please like, share, and subscribe if you can. Hit the notification button, and remember that I don't solicit, so I will never contact you and ask you if you want a reading. If you receive a message, it is a scam. But I love to hear from anyone who listens, so please feel free to drop me a note. DelilahRose622 at gmail.com, or you can go to my website at DelilahSpiritualSpot.com. Ooh, we have light. Cancer, and we have abundance. And I think the light is the abundance for you. I mean, it could be relationship and also financial here, but I think the abundance you seek is something internal. I think you've been chasing the light for a while. And what I mean by that is you've been chasing your happy place. The things that are going to bring you stability and happiness are not in material gain. It is something that you are seeking within. I think that you're finally seeing what's important in your life here. I love this. I actually think that some of you are following a calling here. I have to give that to you because my spirit guides are giving me that word, calling. And I think you are following a calling here. It's interesting. And, following a calling and marching to the beat of your own drum is not easy. And especially, I feel like there's a certain segment of cancers who really love to people please. And I think that you're getting out of that mentality. First card out is Temperance, following your calling. We have the Ten of Wands, burdens ending. We have the Ten of Cups, which is a happily family card foundation. Um, things wish for. Queen of Wands clarifies that Temperance card. Knight of Pentacles clarifies that Ten of Wands. And the Three of Wands clarifies that Ten of Cups. And it's exactly what I was saying before. So thank you, Spirit, for giving me that. We have the Five of Pentacles, and here's that people pleasing. I think that you're afraid if you say no, people will abandon you or won't like you or won't want you in their lives. And I think that's been a big issue and a struggle for you. But you're following this calling you have, and I think that calling has to do with just what brings you happiness internally and not necessarily anyone else. I'm not getting a specific read for this reading. This is more like a self-reflective type of week for you. Okay, so then we have the light and abundance, and I did speak about that. We have temperance that's clarified here by the Queen of Wands, and I think that is something you're passionate about. I think that when we talk about temperance, we talk about a balance, right, or bringing balance. Um, it's about It's also about seeking balance. It's also about your emotions. She is in the water. Um, it's interesting. I see this rainbow here, so I automatically speak to Archangel Raziel. I'm very connected to that archangel. And so I'm just like focused on this rainbow coming out of this shell. And for me, that tells you, that tells me that if you're interested in archangels, I do have a podcast about them and, how you can work with them. Um, but I think that if you're looking for someone to work with or an archangel to work with, I think you should call upon Archangel Raziel to bring you that additional spiritual information and direction. This is also telling me you are finding you're happy, right? And it comes from within. This is not monetary based. This is not even people based. I just think you're finding your voice. You have the Queen of Wands here, clarifying that Temperance card, and it's something that you've been pursuing for a while here. She didn't become queen overnight. It took time, and I feel like this has taken a long time for you to find that passion uh, for yourself. You don't need anyone's approval anymore. In our second column here, we have the Ten of Wands. So it's an ending of burdens. It's an ending. It's letting go of that weight of the world that you've been feeling, and it's quite liberating. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, and again, Pentacles are the slowest moving um, suit of the tarot. We're talking about years versus weeks and days. And this has been a journey. I love this depiction because you see how she is journaling. It's something that she's thought about, it's something that she's worked on, it's something that has taken a lot of forethought and work. And this is a self reflective work. She's not around anyone, she's sitting by the tree. She has that pentacle in her bag. Um, and she's realizing she's had it all along. It's been within her all along, or within you. If I say he, she, I'm just referencing the cards. This is not about gender. Um, yeah. I like that she's sitting in a shaded tree, and there's light coming in from all angles. And I think for me, that represents that you still have a part of you that you're struggling with in terms of turning over this whole new leaf. And not being this people pleaser that that my spirit guides are referencing here. Something has changed, right? And this is something that's not depicted in the card. This is just a feeling. Um, my spirit guides uh, give me, and I don't think it's a. It's obviously I'm talking about a change within you, but I actually think this is a change in your environment that has pushed you uh, to make this final change internally. When I'm quiet, I'm just listening to see what my spirit guides give me. Yeah, so there's been a change in your world recently that has been the catalyst for this self reflection. I think that you are realizing um, the part we all play in our relationships and in our lives. And it's taken you a long time to understand not only, your faults of others, but your own faults, your own participation in this, and how this has been a long journey for you to finally let certain things go. Some of you have had a work change, but I think some of you have had a status change in your relationships, and it could be a romantic relationship, but I think that it's a status change in relationships that are close to you. It could be someone passing away or someone being born, but there's definitely something that's shifted in your physical world that made you come to this conclusion. We have two tens, so 1010. If you're into angel numbers, which I love angel numbers, but tens are completion always. So completing an emotional cycle, but one of benefit. Even this one, this depiction seems harsh, but it's ending. And here's your new beginning here in this column here. The Ten of Cups with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands normally is someone looking out in the ocean, and the ships are coming in. So this is just good news that's coming in for you. This could be a shift in your energy, your emotional energy, but I think something positive is going to happen. Some of you will be moving. Some of you would just be moving on into a happier time in your life. I think this is an amazing read. You see this Five of Pentacles, and this person is juggling, and you have another person here who's sad, and who looks like he's in a desperate move. And I feel like this is you. I think that you are both. I think that if you lift your head up, you will realize that you had the solution. Okay, let's go on to clarification. Can you clarify this first column for me? Yeah, Knight of Swords. Swords are our mental state. Knights are going after it. So this is you clearing your minds here. We have the Chariot. Remember I said I do feel like some news is coming for you. This Chariot brings in the news, but it also brings in balance. To be the Charioteer, you have to balance your, here it's dolphins, but it would be horses in the original Rider-Waite-Smith. And so battling or balancing that light and darkness within has been quite a struggle for you. Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings. And I think this is just you're coming into a new stable time. A new stable time for yourself. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. Lots of choices and decisions with this change, this news of change. And I think most of it is positive here. I don't feel anything negative. Not that none of us will, it's impossible for me to read every Cancer on the planet and say nothing negative will ever happen. That's not the truth. But even out of negativity, something positive can happen. And I think that even if you're going through a negative time, something good will come of it. Yeah, you're in a transformative time. We have that Judgment card here. So you see how these souls are in bubbles, and the bubbles will burst. He's sounding the horn and you see people being freed. I think that this change is very freeing for you. And it's after a tower moment, but I think that tower moment is whatever that catalyst was that made you want to change. I think that was the tower moment. I really do think you're at the end of it. And the Knight of Wands again with that Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's just an overall feeling of you wanting something different. Three of Pentacles here, teamwork. And so maybe you've been working on this with the people closest to you, mother and children, husband, wife, and children, wife and children, husband and children. You get what I'm saying here. I just think you want something different, not only for yourself, but for the others connected to you. Yeah. And you've lived in this entrapment here, this guardedness. Because, you're pretty... You've been through so much turmoil that you are pretty resistant to change at this time. And that resistance is what's been holding you back. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, I think it's you seeking your balance here. You're going towards the light, but it's the light within you is what they're talking about here. And that is your reading, Cancer. I'm Delilah Rose.